We are the children of Jah. Look what our thoughts can make. Yeah. Acceleration of this space. Yeah. Who made space race? Hey. The children of Jah. Children of Jah. We need to revere this place, preserve this place, maintain and keep our place. Earth, the whole earth. They only studied of the lightning and the thunder. Ignition and combustion way.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to your Inner City Wake Up Call. I'm your host, Dowd Elamine, coming to you out of the port city of Wilmington, North Carolina. 365 days a year. You've been listening to the sounds of midnight. Children of Jah. Yes. Election. Primaries is over. Just the primaries, though the real race is going to begin. March the 16th, 2016. 43 Days of Thoughts and Understanding. We have now finished the book. We're at day 40 on 43 Days of Thoughts and Understanding. If you have the copy of the book, you notice that the last three chapters, 41, 42, 43, are my special guests, which I will publish on those extra three chapters. But as of today, we'll stop reading from this book. We have copies available for you all that went through the last 40-something days with us. Emails me. I've been sending them out. There may be some glitches in this book. We have been really correcting as we go. But, get your copy. Send it to you in the mail. Now, the next one, just word of caution. We've been circulating this book around and we've sent it out. While we're doing this 43 days, there not only are you watching here, there's some folks around the country watching what we're doing here at Noo Covers. There's some things we put in the pot. So while you've been sitting here, little old Wilmington looking, watching, believe me, there's some folks that have been keeping up with what we're doing, and we're getting some positive feedback, some positive responses. Believe it or not, we got a judge in Texas. He bought volume 1 and he bought volume 2. And this judge in Texas, he orders them by 10 at a time. And sometimes in your own city or your own state, you don't even know, what's there. But out of Texas, he orders them. And I get letters back from individuals that he gives them to in court. Young men that he says, here, I want you to read some information and write Mr. Elamine back. And I'll send him back a note to the court and ask them, telling them what I think of young men. We're collecting data as we go. We're just not sitting in front of this mic wasting time. We're not trying to entertain you, not trying to get a bunch of likes. We pay for this out of our pocket. Like I said, we do get tired sometimes. We're a man on a mission. But, you want to help, you're free welcome to help. You want to be a hindrance, please get out of my way. I'm feeling good this morning. I got a picture yesterday with my good brother, E.B. Davis. And our elders, I want to say this to us as young people. I'm still young. I could have said myself a little young. But I want to say this to us as young people. We got to honor and respect our elders. We got to treasure them while they're here. Because we never know when we're going to be in their position. And we're never going to know when they're going to be gone. So when I see E.B., big ups out there. When I go to the polls and I see E.B. Davis still out there. E.B. Davis was out those polls 23 years ago when I got to Wilmington. E.B. Davis was working the polls. Precinct chair over there at Williston, 23 years later, this old brother is still out there pounding the pavement, trying to find a way to get some unity in the community. So I big ups to E.B. Davis. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everything you do. Appreciate the lessons you've given me. Appreciate the advice. And I appreciate the fights as well. Because sometimes we fight with our elders, man. It's just a part of growing up. It's what we do. Everything is not going to be peachy and creamy. Tomorrow's night meeting, I did see a couple of, not going to call no name, I did see a couple of people that need to be at tomorrow night's meeting. You know I told you about it. I got the information to you. Tomorrow night at 6 to 7:30, Forest Hills Elementary. I'm going to say it again. Tomorrow night, 6 to 7:30, Forest Hills Elementary. They're coming in with these small leases. Need to be at that meeting tomorrow night between 6 and 7:30. So you all have been tuning in. You all are listening. It does affect you when these apartments start, when you start crying foul and start seeing owners, their property taken away, and we find foul at the last minute. We do everything at the last minute. And I'm trying to be calm this morning about this election because I'm really happy and I'm really upset. Yeah. I'm really upset because sometimes we can see things, but we don't see it. The election by the numbers. I said I was going to talk about this morning a few times, minutes I got left, and I'm not going to take long to talk about these numbers. The numbers say everything because the election just started. You all that think the election is over, we really don't know politics. The election has just begun, both nationally and locally and statewide. I was talking to my good partner last night about Roy Cooper. The election just began, y'all. You saw Roy Cooper numbers. The election is just beginning. You know, so this push in the Democratic Party that you need, New Hanover County, I'm going to say again, you blew yesterday. Why? Because I'm not being, let me explain something to you. The folks I hang around were trained by the best. We just didn't get into politics. I hang with my brother Frankie, and I can say this openly. We were trained by one of the best. Thurman Burgess was one of the best teachers of politics, and that's what you need when you play this game. This is a new game. You need a teacher. If you don't have a teacher and you want to get in politics, you need to get out because you really don't know what you're doing. You're just playing around showboating. You need someone to sit down and teach you and guide you. And that is what they call in the real politics called a political strategist. Or am I a political strategist? Excuse my language. You damn right I am. Why? Because I told you 3. On this airways, we said we can get 3 in. I got folks calling me saying, how did Emma get all those numbers? Why'd you think I said 3? I mean, I'm not patting myself on the back or giving myself but why'd you think on this air we said we could get 3 in? Because we knew we could get 3 in. Already knew what Emma numbers was going to look like. Why? Because we studied the last election. You can't just jump into this game. You got to study the game. Just can't go get I can't go pick a trumpet up from the store and start playing it. I know nothing about trumpet. I know how to read music. I play the baritone. It has 3 knobs. That don't necessarily mean I can play a trumpet. I play the baritone. It tries a different pitch, a different voice, different way to hold my lips. That trumpet, that's a different beast. That's why I played the baritone in school. The baritone was the bass of the horn section. The trumpet, oh man, it carried a melody. You get out there and play the trumpet, you got to know what you're talking about. So we said we could get 3. Could we have got 3 in yesterday? Yes. The Democratic Party knew we could got 3 in. Republican Party knew we could have got 3 in. I knew we could have got 3 in. Go look at the numbers. Got a question mark behind Jameson's name because we didn't sit down and talk about getting 3 in. We said it, but then nobody want to talk about it. Because had we got 3 in yesterday, going into November, the swell was going to be a lot more for us. Versus now what we got, you got a choice. See, you're getting 3, now in that race right there, I'm just going to put it out here now so you can mark it 3/16/2016 so you can come back. That's why I like taping these shows. You can come back later and check what we said. Now you got a choice. Instead of 3, now coming into the general election, you got a 3 and a long shot sitting in the middle. If y'all understand politics, you got Kevin, you got Miss Sandra, and you got Miss Emma. That's what you got. Go look at the numbers on the Republican side. Essa grand slammed them. Nichols, it's going to be hard for her to go anywhere. So the newcomer, you might get. However, they're running a strong race. However, yeah, you might be able to get Worthman. You might be able to get him. That's the sink. Did I say that word? Yeah, I said that word because that's the only way you're getting in on us. Simple as that. You're going to have to make a choice. You got to sit down and figure out which horse you got going into the race. Now, if you ran 3, Ain't no choice to be made. Because you went in 3 to try to upset the 3. Now you're trying to make some deals. Yes, deals get cut in politics. Yes, now you would have to run. If you ran 3, you would have to cut some deals with the party. Looking into another race sitting over here, which I saw the numbers last night. Did we call it? Yeah. On this show, go back and get the tape. I told you I got some phone calls from Hickey. We ain't sitting here playing this game. Yes, Beth gone. Yes, let me repeat this to you. Jonathan Barfield's friend, Beth, is gone. Might try to run off. I don't see the numbers for it. Let me repeat this again. Jonathan Barfield's, that's an important observation. They went with Hickey, went with Beth out. Out. See, if you want to play this, you got to study this. She's out. Now, come the interesting factor. What do you do in the general election? Because you got to understand. What did you just ask me? What did you just ask me? What does the county commissioner race have to do with the school board? The county commissioners play the school board, people. Did you just ask me that question? What did the county commissioner race have to do with the school board? The school board is paid by your county commissioner. The city don't pay the school board. That money comes through the county commissioner's office. Has a lot to do. Yes. Now the game starts. Now the real players get to play. If you want to play politics, you got to study the game. That's all I'm saying. We're not trying to know it all, but we do know something because we were trained by one of the best. Oh, what, you a Republican? What difference does that got to pay with the price of coffee? Because a registered Republican, I told you that's what they do all day long. Go look at the numbers. There was a lot of Democrats that went, I'll tell you what, if you don't want to believe me, okay, here's how you find out whether you got Republicans in your inner city or not. Since you think all your Democratic friends live in the inner city and they're Democrats, go get the numbers, which we going to pull today. I'm sure pulling them right now. Go look at the numbers of exit voters and look at the numbers at Williston and Mosley. And look how many Republicans voted at Williston and Mosley. Now, I only know 4 black Republicans in Wilmington that I know of myself that's active and openly Republican. Only 4 of them. The rest of them might be closet, but I know 4 that's active and open. I know only 4 that, I might only know 2 that walked in Williston and pulled a Republican ticket. So when you see those numbers that say 25, 28, and then when you go over to their areas and you see those numbers that say evenly split, Republican and Democrat, look at the numbers of who voted in what area. Those numbers are available. Then you can see the demographics of the lay of the land, and then you know how to play politics, what I call the show. Election by the numbers. It's all a numbers game and how you question numbers. And if you all are not sitting there this morning crushing numbers for November, you need to take an exit poll. Because you're in the wrong business. Any organization, any group, any club, any group of people that are not looking at the numbers from last night's race and trying to figure out how to win. Because there's a way to win, but you got to figure out how to win, and it's based off the numbers in politics. It's not based off emotion. It's not based off whether you like, let's go national. It's not based off whether you like Donald Trump or not. If Donald Trump pulls what I think he's going to do, if he gets Ben Carson to be his running mate, it's a whole new ball game, baby. Yeah. Yeah. I told somebody last night in the class, I said, it's time for the whooping. You might need a Trump whooping. Yeah. Oh, you think Hillary ain't going to do it? But please. You should. Hey, what I say? I told you, Denny, if Sanders didn't get in, it was going to be a rough ride. Because a lot of folks don't like Hillary. Seriously. Seriously. Y'all better look at them numbers. Man, let me tell you something about Donald Trump, and I'm going to say this in my closing. Donald Trump is America. Don't get upset. Just listen. Donald Trump is America. Money, power, and respect. Y'all remember that? Puff Diddy camp? Money, power, respect. That's America. He ain't got no big fight. He not packing stadiums because he live in Israel or Egypt. Donald Trump, you better wake up. Is the America. He just saying publicly what they say in their closet. Peace and blessings. Keep running.